What could impact EV manufacturers' eligibility for its tradable credits right? How Mercedes-Benz CEO plans to proceed its relationship with China, and what Toyota is offering dog owners to keep their fur babies safer during car rides. Good morning, I'm Kristen Strakalitis. Welcome to First Shift. More on those stories in a moment, but first, Lordstown Motors' future is looking rather grim after Foxconn says it is preparing to pull out of a production partnership. About 6 months ago, Foxconn agreed to invest as much as $170 million in Lordstown and take 2 board seats. The deal gave the EV maker much-needed capital while offering Foxconn a firmer foothold in automotive production. Now, with the manufacturing giant threatening to withhold funding, it could force the EV startup company to cease operations and file for bankruptcy. According to a filing, the 2 companies are in talks to find a resolution. Representatives for Foxconn could not be reached for immediate comment. EV manufacturers may have to forfeit their tradable credits right if they use electricity generated from renewable fuels. Last year, the Environmental Protection Agency recommended adding EVs to the U.S. Renewable Fuel Standard and proposed granting EV manufacturers tradable credits based on the amount of renewable electricity that makes it on the grid. But now, under the Biden administration, the EPA is now testing the legal limits of the liquid fuel program and whether or not to extend it to EVs. 2 sources familiar with the matter say this is because it could potentially put the effort to boost EV automakers like Tesla in political limbo. An EPA spokesperson says the EPA is working to finalize the rule by the June 14th consent decree deadline. If you are looking to purchase a new vehicle this year, statistically speaking, there is a 50% chance you will find yourself behind the wheel of an EV. J.D. Power predicts by the end of this year, about half of new car buyers in the U.S. could at least find an EV at the price and size they want from their favorite brand. This is in relation to car makers, suppliers, and governments worldwide eyeing a 2050 timeline for zeroing out the amount of the greenhouse gas let loose into the atmosphere. The strategies being laid out affect everything from investment and hiring to global trade. Highlighting the hurdles ahead, Toyota's chairman, Akio Toyoda, often says, quote, "Carbon neutrality cannot be achieved by car companies alone. But it's also being said the global war against greenhouse gases can't be won without the global auto industry doing its part." Despite Europe's efforts to reduce its dependency on China, Mercedes-Benz doesn't seem to want to burn bridges with the country anytime soon. Even though the pandemic and the Ukraine crisis have highlighted the dangers of relying on dominant suppliers like China, Mercedes-Benz CEO Ola Klinius says cutting economic ties with the country is unrealistic, and he told a German newspaper attempting to do so would put most of the country's industry at risk. China accounted for 18% of revenues and 37% of Mercedes car sales in 2022, and the CEO says he predicts more to come. If you have a dog who enjoys car rides, Toyota may have a few Kurgo pet accessories to better secure your fur baby. First is the Kurgo backseat barrier. This device is meant to help make your back seat more secure. Next is the Kurgo Heather booster seat. It provides a cozy seat for a pet to stay tethered in and away from the driver's lap while still being able to keep a lookout during the ride. And to prevent drool and paw scratches from damaging your vehicle, you can reach for the Kurgo Wander bench seat cover. It's simple to install with top, middle, rear, and under seat attachments to keep it from slipping off. Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to autonews.com for more news, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter at @first_shift. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.